So Christmas has always been quite a sad time for me, but over the last 2, 3-ish years, I've tried to get into Christmas and enjoy it because when my kids come along, I want them to see me happy and give them presents, joining in activities, cooking up, and let them see their dad happy over Christmas because I don't want them to see me as I was, you know, now pretty much because nowadays when Christmas comes about, it is a bit depressing still. I still can sometimes isolate myself, and I'm definitely getting better as the years go by. Sometimes, this year was actually quite exciting leading up to it. I actually had a good time and spent time with my girlfriend's family, which was the first time I've spent Christmas with anyone other than my siblings when I was younger. But that was not much of spending time at all. We would all just sort of sit in our rooms or just not have a good time. But in saying that, I did have maybe one or two good Christmases that I can. One of them I can remember like it was yesterday, and one of them I can vaguely remember. And I thought I might as well talk about them because I don't know. Maybe it's not a question my kids would ask, but I don't know. I think it's just a nice story for me to tell, so I will tell it. One Christmas was set in this place called Bird Air. It was a house, and it was my favorite house. It was amazing, and my mum, she would around Christmas time, especially when I was really young, she would get everyone together. Like she would get, and when I say everyone, I mean everyone. So the house was ram-packed with aunties, uncles, cousins, grandmothers, mums, dads, the whole lot. It was just ram-packed. And so it was never boring, right? And I think on this particular Christmas, I think I might have been maybe 6, maybe even 5. I was quite young. And I had no, I might have been 7 maybe. I might have been 7 because I had a game that I got when I was about 6, I believe, and I had it for a bit by this time. So, oh no, maybe I just turned 6, and maybe I got it for my birthday, maybe. But I was so happy I got this Pokemon Diamond. It was the best. It was honestly the best, and I played that game through and through constantly. Best gift I ever got, probably. Most likely, it was the best gift. But yeah, I got that for my birthday, so I was already playing it for a few months up in Christmas, and I remember coming down on Christmas Day. I don't really remember opening up gifts. Not we didn't. I didn't really care for gifts even as a kid, to be fair. But I do remember my cousins coming around, and I remember playing Pokemon with one of my cousins, and he kept beating me. Like he just kept beating me, man. He was so much better. He knew what he was doing. I was still stupid. But then one of my older cousins, me and my first cousin, we were battling, but then we wanted to trade, so we started trading, see what we could trade, because he had a pretty cool couple Pokemon I've never seen before. And then I had a Machoke, and my older cousin said for me to trade it. And I was like, no way, that's my guy right there, I ain't trading that. And he was like, just trust me. So I gave him my DS. I trusted him. As we traded over, I looked at my other cousin's DS, and I could see Machoke evolving. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been trying to evolve this guy for so long. He was like level 70 or something, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's how you evolve him? and he traded it back and had a fully evolved, Machamp, and that was wicked. Also, that Christmas was I got a gift from my actual nan, Nanny Lynn, which kids, you will probably never hear about her because I don't really have any stories of her, but this is one of them. And she gave me my DS case, and it was the only gift she ever got me, and it was the most amazing gift. I was so happy with this gift. I decorated it with stickers, and I still have it, right? I got that when I was, again, like 6, maybe 7, probably 6. I got that when I was like 7, and I still have it till this day, and you will probably see it. You will have probably seen it. I might just need to remind you that it's that long because it doesn't really have bar on it, or it won't by the time you guys see it. So yeah, I had a DS case and I was really over the moon. My sisters had got this little like cooking thing, I believe, and there was like I don't know, I don't think I feel like it wasn't me, but I don't know if it was someone else, but they got this Hot Wheels thing, and it was like a massive track, and I remember my younger sister's dad built it, and it was really cool, and we played with it a little bit, and it was just really fun, and I remember so many people being there, loads of aunties and uncles, and people that, I didn't see in the regular. Even my younger siblings, Nan was there. It was really nice to see her, and just everyone was there. And when I think back to it, it's just everyone doing their own little thing. Rooms are packed full, and it was peaceful, which is very rare. When I think back in my life, it's very rare for things to be peaceful. No one to be arguing, no one to be shouting and going at it. But it was very peaceful. Everyone was happy. I was over the moon. Like, being able to evolve that Pokemon, that's a gift. Then I got the gift of the DS case, and I was like, this is wicked. You can put your games in it. And it was... I was just over the moon, and less so. It's just more being around people. So Nanny Lynn, you probably won't hear anything of her because she, there's not a lot of stories to tell. I barely grew up with her. I saw her a couple times. But Nanny Kath was there, which is, the best nan I could ever ask for. I would sit and talk to her, and I remember her. She would. There is one of your aunties had this Pikachu thing, and she called it Gallagher. And my nan would always Nanny Kath would always that little thing, and she would kind of take it off of her, and she'd mess around with her. It's really good. Really, really happy memory. The other one was in the house. It's more recent. I think I was maybe 12, maybe. Now, I don't remember a lot from this Christmas, but I do remember it. And over the years, people, just no one comes around, no one was there. But on this Christmas, I might be mixing up Christmases because most of them were quiet. And so there was one Christmas where I would sit next to my Nanny Kath, and I was there all day, and I was playing Clash of Clans. So it was at the peaks. I was probably about 12. And I was playing Clash of Clans, and they had their boosters on, and you could raid really fast and stuff like that. So it was great fun, and we were sitting on an ottoman, which probably indicates that loads of people were there. But I don't feel like there was. it come to the point where you gather around the dinner table when I was, 6, and you're just grabbing random things to sit on, right? Like the ottoman, or a really small stool, or you just get around the table like it wasn't matter, like, but there was just so many of us that you had to. Some people, some of the adults would stand sometimes at the kitchen, and everyone was just here in their place. Now this Christmas, I don't really remember it, but I do remember just sitting, being with my nan, and and having a good time. I spoke a lot with my nan that Christmas, about little things and memories and stuff like that. Towards the end of Nan's life, it was quite funny because I think life was going so fast for her. One time we told her it was Christmas. I'm pretty sure it was this Christmas. We told her it was Christmas, and she genuinely thought we were pulling her leg. She was like, "What are you talking about? It's not Christmas." I'm like, "Yeah, no, man, it's Christmas." I think life was just going so fast for her. But Christmas time would bring out different memories from my nan. And it was always nice to sit down and listen. It's one of the things that I'm so glad I did. Even if I was sitting there playing some Clash, I'm just glad I was listening to my nan. The Christmas when I was 6 is my best example of what Christmas is. Everyone's around, everyone's having fun, everyone's talking, eating. When we gather around the dinner table, it didn't need to be any fancy schmancy things. It just needed to be everyone there. That's my understanding of a good Christmas. No one left on their own, I think, is what my mum used to go for, making sure that no one was left alone and everyone is welcome. Everyone. Even her own mum, which she didn't get along with at all. And I admire that about my mum, because I know that it's not an easy thing. And she would accommodate for everyone. She'd put a lot of time into cooking up, making sure everyone's got what they need. And then when it came to sleeping, and everyone was like, sleeping around, everyone was here and there. It felt really, really good. And although I can't remember the whole day, I do remember just being in that room. I can almost picture. I come down the stairs, T's here, Mohammed's here, my nan, my auntie, my other auntie here, and a cat from the corner, Paula. Yeah. I can remember how there was washing on the air rack. I can remember my cousin sitting back face towards the table. I can remember how my nan was in the corner. Remember, all these things, and they're like in here. And they're drilled in here because I think I needed to rely on this good memory for a long, long time. And I am so excited for you kids to come into the world so that I can make new memories. So I don't need to cling on to this good memory. I can make new ones with you and have that be my memory. Because it's about time I get a new one, Hopefully, I may have some more good memories by the time you guys come. Again, last year, this year was nice, and hopefully it gets better and better and better. And by the time you guys see me, I'll be, as normal as possible.